Hello and welcome to another recording for my channel. I just did a tour of Deep Space Nine and then came to the Klingon station to swap my ship out because for some reason I couldn't do it on Deep Space Nine. So I'm going to head back to Deep Space Nine. And start doing the mission episodes.
The Lucari call this system home. Some of our neighbors, like the Deferi and the Denobulans, have been most welcoming. Others, like the Nakul and the Zenkathi, have been somewhat cold and distant, even hostile.
Could have sworn I clicked on Deep Space Nine. Oh, I'm sorry, on Bajor. Okay, so let's head to Deep Space Nine and start Storm Clouds Gather. So I swapped out the ship for the Vanguard Heavy Raider. I got the ooh, that's what I got to do. I've got to swap out the tray. Let's get rid of everything that's in there. I've got to swap this. Ooh, this is what I always do. I get the ship ready, but I haven't got the stations loaded and I haven't got the weapons set up how I want them. So let's get rid of all the stuff I don't want. Okay, so that's for damaging ships. That's a little bit of damage to ships. Ooh, why is that up there? That's a bridge officers. Okay, so let's do attack pattern alpha. Deploy heavy attack craft. Okay, so that's backup. Okay, so that's should not be active. They're bridge crew. Okay, let's just go to stations. Yeah, none of them are active. Oh. What? What's going on? Why this is not allowing. I got rid of my cannon, so I've got to get something different there. Okay, I can't get someone different. Okay, let's just so E, R, T, and V. Okay, he's loaded. Why? Okay, so that's the station sorted. Sorry about this. I don't know. There you go, that's all the stuff that should be there. Distortion. Support. Hazard emitters should be. Why is there two? Oh, 1, 2, and 3. So let's intelligence. There are a hell of a lot more options for a Jem'Hadar than there are for other players. I think it's because they got a very few amount of. That should be passive thing. Oh, okay, no. Okay. Okay, well, let's just lock it at that for now. We'll deal with other stuff later. Okay. Storm clouds. Yes, I think I've got to meet with Odo on the station. Okay, indeed, help. Take us to the station.
Please, we're low on fuel and supplies. We need help, badly.
Ooh.
Tell the ambassador that any Jem'Hadar aggression will be met with deadly force.
Oh, I can't travel faster. Okay, a lot of gamma freighters.
This is Station Control. Welcome to Deep Space Nine. Your docking clearance has been authorized. Several of our docking facilities were damaged in the recent conflict. Please proceed to the provided coordinates. Also, Captain Nog is waiting to meet with you on the promenade at your earliest convenience. Enjoy your stay here at the station.
Just said dock and now have to be. Speak to dock officer. Okay. Except, so they're all got their things going for them. That's another thing. My Federation character does have almost all the training manuals. I am actually using that character to do all the science work, so most of the manuals will be done. There are certain ones that can only be done by certain captains, so we'll have to go to other captains to do them. But
hello, I've been assigned to assist you here on the station. The leaders of the 4 major delegations have asked to meet with you prior to the summit meeting. Their offices are located here on the promenade.
Very well, Captain. Let's go clockwise. Even though the other one might have been a little closer.
Ambassador Odo is here, coordinating security efforts.
Okay.
It's important to win the hearts and minds here. Many of the summit attendees, particularly the Klingons, consider the Herc to be our problem, and our problem alone. It's up to us to convince them otherwise. If we don't stand together, the Herc will ravage every civilization, one by one, throughout the galaxy.
As you command, Founder. Okay. You wouldn't think the others would be that stupid as to think they could fight off.
Chancellor Jem'Hadar has an office here.
One door. One more door over. Okay. It's also a weapons shop.
I would not hope for aid from the Empire, Jem'Hadar. Most of the High Council see the Herc purely as a Dominion problem. There are others, such as Martok, who see that position as dishonorable. If they want to fight the war of their ancestors, so be it. But they will be doing so without the Empire. The same could be said for our allies, should they side with you.
Understood, Chancellor. So that's pretty much joining the Klingon forces. They give you the Klingons that aren't part of the who aren't backed by the Council, and the Federation who aren't backed by the Federation Council. Probably the team you choose. Makes sense. Oh. Fight with honor, General.
Something on your mind? I'm not fond of being gaped at like a dumbstruck targ.
Who are you?
I have many names. At the moment, I am Commander Adetpa, First Officer of the Corps. In another life, I was Agent Kib of Klingon Intelligence. More recently, I was known as the Witch of Nimbus 3. I'm rather fond of that last one. It made children wail, and grown men soil themselves.
Someone who's in intelligence, she's giving away a lot of information. Interesting.
Look now! Can't you see I'm busy?
What's your
Or
tone?
what exactly? You do not frighten me, and I can think of a dozen ways to kill you with my bare hands. If you're lucky, I'll use one of the 3 that are quick and relatively painless. Buzz away now, Globfly. Perhaps you can impress old Martok with your growls.
Perhaps I can.
Look now!
Okay.
Here is Proconsul Deton's office.
He's everywhere.
This summit may be difficult. While the Federation will see a path toward peace, I suspect the Klingons will feel the opposite. There is no love lost between them and your people, or the Herc for that matter. The Republic position is one of pragmatism. The Herc are a threat no one can ignore, regardless of what quadrant their home lies in.
Understood, Pro Council. So he almost sounds Vulcan in his ways, not Romulan. He's always very peaceful and quiet. Okay, last ambassador, I guess.
Admiral Quinn's office is behind those doors.
Or maybe I can't swap my ships here until I've finished the... Oh, see, it hasn't been retrofitted as a shipyard yet. Okay.
The results of this summit could have long-lasting effects. A number of our allies, especially the Klingons, consider the Herc to be a Dominion problem. The Federation sees this as a chance to improve relations with your people. Having allies in the Gamma Quadrant instead of enemies would be a great step toward galactic peace.
Understood.
There are several Alpha Quadrant leaders here for the summit. Kai Kira of Bajor, Counselor Garrick of Cardassia, and my father, Ferengi Grand Nagus Ron. I recommend meeting with them as well. Their worlds will be on the front line if the Herc launch a full invasion into this quadrant.
Very well, Captain. Oh. Oh, they're in the bar. Okay. No, where are they? Oh, they're upstairs. Nah, can't take the turbo lift. What's going on? Okay, so this is where...
I believe the Kai is here, in the Bajoran Temple.
That's what I was about to say.
Hello there. I'm a little surprised to see a Jem'Hadar here. I figured Odo would have come himself to find out where Bajor stands. Huh? I can tell you we're worried. If you fall, the Herc will come here, and we'll be the first to face them, so Bajor stands ready. We'll do what we can to stop them, even if that means joining forces with the Dominion.
That is correct. Our fight is yours as well.
There's something else I should mention. I've experienced visions recently, a sign from the prophets. I see a place I've been before, a world beyond the grip of death. It's the home of a former Kai, and it's in the Dominion. I should also mention that I've seen you in this vision as well. I believe we're going to take a journey together soon.
What of your duties as Kai?
As Kai, I'm obligated to serve the will of the prophets. Doing so leads me to many places, not just Bajor. That can be difficult, especially in times of war. There's been a lot of that in the last few years. First the Dominion, then the Klingons, the Iconians, and now the Herc. There are times when I wonder how Ben Sisko managed during the Dominion War, and he was the emissary. I've tried to follow his example whenever possible, but it's been a challenge.
No doubt.
Something else on your mind?
Not at the moment. Yes, should be able to get upstairs, I guess? Couldn't do that on the actual map, though, so I'll have to...
My father is in my uncle's bar. Hard to believe he used to work there, huh?
I was wondering when you'd come along. I'm guessing you're here to talk about the Herc and what we want to do about them. It's no secret that the Ferengi aren't a military powerhouse like the Klingons. Most of the time, we'd be happy to make a tidy profit from all of this, and as far away from it as possible. That changed when the Herc attacked Ferenginar.
Whoa, okay.
We would have been wiped out without help. And we didn't get it from Starfleet or the Klingons. We got it from the Lucari and the Cardassians. Even a few not cool ships showed up to fight. That showed us that this is everyone's fight, big or small. So we're in. And if the 34th rule of acquisition comes into play, well...
How did you convince your people to join?
It wasn't easy, believe me. I've managed to get the Board of Liquidators with us for now. Most of them see the potential for incredible profit. Alliance defense contracts can be very lucrative. The rest, well, let's just say their self-preservation instincts are strong. They'd rather fight with the Alliance than stand alone. The Herc have me thinking about adding a new rule of acquisition. If they can't be bought, get ready to fight!
That seems appropriate where the Herc are concerned.
Did you have another question?
Not at the moment, no. Morn. Okay, so they're not upstairs. So the transport.
It looks like Counselor Garrick is in his old tailor shop.
Oh, okay.
Hello there. I take it you're not here to update your ensemble. Though if you'd like a few suggestions, I'd be happy to provide some. In the meantime, let's talk about serious business, shall we? I'm sure you'd like to know Cardassia's position on the Herc problem. It's simple, really. They're a menace, and one we should deal with swiftly.
I think he looks younger. Same with Kira. They look too young. Like it's supposed to be 30 years later, but they seem to. He seems to have reversed his age. Kira didn't age at all. Yeah.
Surprised? Don't be. Cardassia was recently attacked by the Herc. We'd have fared poorly without help from our neighbors. Even the Lucari and the Ferengi offered a hand. There's no love for the Dominion on Cardassia. But we know that we're next if you fall to the Herc. And so, we're ready to be good neighbors.
This used to be your store.
Once upon a time, when I was but a tailor. That was before plain, simple Garrick became a member of the Detapa Council, of course. Before the Reconstruction and the Iconian War and the Herc. While I'm proud of the work I've done for Cardassia over the years, there's a part of me that yearns to be here once more. To be just a tailor, just Garrick.
They got the eyes right. He's got that intense stare about him. They've yeah, I like that. That was his character trait, his eyes. They brought it up a few times. Okay. We go where we're needed.
Will there be anything else?
Nothing at the moment.
The Alliance has asked a number of special consultants to attend the summit. I know each of them well, and I can vouch for their knowledge and skill. Even my Uncle Quark. Despite his reputation, his knowledge of the Gamma Quadrant is valuable. Just don't mention Latinum in the discussion, or the value of his information could rise considerably.
Understood. I was right there. Bashir.
Ah, hello there. Nice to meet you. Dr. Julian Bashir, recently recommissioned Starfleet officer at your service. Can't say I was expecting to see a Jem'Hadar here today. We're doing what we can to get things in order after that business with the Zenkethi and the Herc. The station took quite a beating. Worse than I saw during the Dominion War. We're still treating casualties, and it looks like we'll be seeing more soon. A lot more.
I think that's how he actually looks in real life now. He grew a beard not long after Deep Space Nine. I think he kept it. So they've actually, I don't know, gone with what he actually looks like in real life, I assume. Bit of grey in there, made him look a bit older.
The situation is compounded by the presence of civilians, both local and from other systems, even the Dominion. We have a number of refugees from the Gamma Quadrant on the station, and more are on the way. Clearly, the sooner we can solve the Herc dilemma, the better. We'll be beyond our capacity to help the refugees soon, as will Bajor.
Recently recommissioned, you left Starfleet.
I mustered out some time ago to start a private practice on Trill. Since then, I've worked on special projects for Starfleet from time to time as a consultant. Even managed to start a family. Needless to say, I wasn't initially thrilled with the idea of putting the uniform on again. Still, it's very hard to say no to Kai Kira and Captain Dax. And so here I am, back on the front of an interstellar conflict. Here's hoping it's a brief one.
An ideal outcome, but unlikely.
Something on your mind?
Nothing now. They're in the bar.
Hello. Oh, it's been a while since I've been in this place. I can't believe Quark still has that hollow me in here. It's a little embarrassing, to be honest. I wish we were all here under better circumstances. Then again, DS9's always been a trouble magnet. I guess peace is a little too much to ask for around here.
I like that she mentioned the interaction with the Hollow Me.
My husband is risking a lot of capital, political and otherwise, by choosing to get involved with all of this. Fortunately, he's the best Grand Nagus to come around in a long time. The best ever, as far as I'm concerned, but I'm pretty biased on that point. Look, if I were this mirror version of me I've been hearing so much about, I'd have a lot more tactical advice to offer. As it is, my advice to you is this. Take a look around. Think about all the civilians, the refugees, people who are depending on you to protect them. Think about the best way you can do that, if you can. That's what I'd do if I were in your shoes. Boots, whatever.
Mirror version?
Yeah. In that alternate universe where good people are evil and vice versa, turns out the evil version of me is an admiral there. Real piece of work. Wears lots of leather, carries a whip. Oh, and she's in command of the evil Enterprise. I found out about her from my husband's information gathering specialists. Never hurts to be well informed, right? Rule of acquisition number 7. Keep your ears open and your eyes on the mark.
Well, Rule 74, knowledge equals profit.
Was there something else?
I think you... Got Quark behind the bar. It is. It's still there.
Don't suppose you're here for a drink? Holosuite? Dabo? Can't blame me for trying to find profit while I can. My fool of a brother, the Nagus, seems hell-bent on getting the Ferengi into this mess. Not a lot of profit in fighting the Herc, 34th rule or not. You can't spend your money when you're dead. If you ask me, we'd be better off sealing that wormhole and saying goodbye to the Herc and the Dominion forever. I'd miss the Tulaberry wine, but I'd get over it.
No
But seeing how that'll never happen, especially as long as Kira's still breathing, I suppose I'll have to dig in like everyone else. You know what the worst part of this mess is? Odo. He's back like a kind of ghost haunting me. I must be cursed.
I hear you own a moon now.
I do. And I'd be there, enjoying myself. If it weren't for the Grand Nagus. Brother or not, I wanted nothing to do with this until he put Lucari terraforming tech on the table. Couldn't pass that up. It'll cut biosphere renovation costs on my moon by 70%. Even with Odo here, and a billion Herc trying to demolish everything in sight, there's profit in the wind. Might finally land that exclusive Tulaberry export contract I've been dreaming about for 40 years.
Assuming the Herc don't eat all of the Tulaberries.
Can I get you something?
I'm fine for now.
There's a number of refugee groups here on the promenade.
Replaying this mission will be hell. Talk to Gamma refugees.
A Jem'Hadar? Here? Where were you when we needed you most? When the Herc came, we sent distress calls. But no Jem'Hadar came. The Founders didn't save us. Only a few of us managed to get away on ships before the Herc closed in. Word of the Bajorans and their faith reached us after the war ended. Their stories about one of their spiritual leaders. She came to the worst of us, on our prison moon, to bring the wisdom of the prophets. So, when the Herc came, we decided to come here, through the Celestial Temple, to seek deliverance. If our old gods won't listen to us, perhaps Kai Kira and the prophets will.
Hang on, if she's from that planet... Unless word spread from that... I don't see how... Okay. Turning away from the Founders is not wise. Okay. From the way she was dressed, that's where I thought she was from, but... Once you leave the planet, you die. A Karaman refugee.
Are you surprised, seeing Karemans here on a Federation station?
Yep.
That's how bad it is back home. We had to come to the Federation to find safe haven. There's nothing for us in the Dominion. Not anymore. That's right. Your gods abandoned us to the Herc and left us to fend for ourselves when the invasion got rough. It's no wonder there's talk about rebellion on Karema, and many other worlds besides. And now, here you are, just like us, asking the Alliance for help. Don't be surprised if they refuse. People here still remember the war and what you, Jem'Hadar, did to this quadrant. You ask me? It'd be justice if they turned their backs on you, just like you did to us.
Trust the Founders, they will help you.
This is Jem'Puck. The summit will begin soon. Send your report to me now. The Federation and Romulan positions are predictable as always, but I am surprised by the Cardassians and Ferengi. They are usually more inclined to worry about their own skins first. I am not concerned about the refugees. Starfleet and the Bajorans will be all too eager to shelter and feed them, after all. As I said, the summit is about to start. Report to me there when you arrive.
Yes, Chancellor. This is going very long. Talk to Ambassador Odo.
What a surprise. Everyone's here and no one's started shooting. Quite a commendable level of restraint. See if you can keep it that way. Take a moment to get settled. Speak with the others. Things will be serious soon enough.
Yes, Founder.
I envy you, Jem'Hadar. You have had the honor of fighting the Herc to defend your home as a warrior born. Jem'Puck is not willing to face the truth. There are Klingons who fear the Herc, hiding behind politics and rules. Grethar waits for their worthless souls. Know this. There are still Klingons who know where their blades belong. We will not dishonor our ancestors and ignore the Herc. We will fight them to our dying breath in the name of Kahless and the Empire.
As you say, Kapla. Wayun, one of my
Ah,
favorites.
the newly appointed first. I'm glad we had a moment to talk before the summit begins. Your report on the other attendees and their positions was appreciated by myself as well as the founder. I hope you realize the distinct honor that has been bestowed upon you. To speak directly to a god is a privilege, one seldom offered to a Jem'Hadar. I trust you will not abuse it.
Live to serve the founders.
Hello again. I spoke with Odo about the vision we discussed. He's agreed to clear a mission to the old sector. Opaka, the former Kai I mentioned, lives there now.
Okay, so she looks like a teenager. Does this involve your visions?
I believe so, yes. The Kai has a condition that has prevented her from leaving until now. Odo has provided us with data that could lead to a cure. If there's a chance, I'm willing to take it. Her wisdom could help us all greatly. I realize this is a lot to take in, but I hope I can count on your help when the time comes.
It is the founder's will, I will go. I'm not even going to pronounce that.
Hello. I have high hopes for this summit. Many worlds in this quadrant have been attacked by the Herc, including my own. We must all realize that without the Dominion, the Herc will wreak havoc throughout all quadrants, and we will all suffer.
Indeed.
I can't help but think that there's a path to a peaceful resolution in all of this. There's got to be some way to end this madness before more lives are lost.
Perhaps there is.
If I can have everyone's attention, thank you. Let's begin the summit. We have a lot to discuss. Thank you all for coming. By now, you should be aware of our tactical situation. The Dominion, as you know it, is on the verge of collapse. We've withdrawn to our core systems, and the lines are holding, for now. Without your help, the Herc will win the war of attrition.
What about your outer systems? We're receiving refugees here, from those areas.
We have one fleet left, Admiral. That's hardly enough to defend the entire Dominion.
I'm failing to see how this concerns the Empire.
The recent battle here is a sample of what the Herc can do.
If you think they'll stop at the wormhole, you're sadly mistaken.
Need I remind you that the Dominion came to your aid in the Iconian War? I seem to recall Klingons placing high value on debts of honor, or has that changed?
Mind your tongue, changeling! I will not be insulted!
That's a big one.
Admiral Quinn to Ops. What's happening?
We're under attack, Admiral. It's the Herc. Reading Herc boarding parties. Multiple decks. They've concentrated in the damaged pylon. Ore processing area.
Looks like a space battle.
Get to that damaged pylon section and lock it down before the Herc trigger an explosion that could wreck the station.
It will be done, Founder. This thing's all 45 minutes. Happy to keep these videos under an hour, but the storyline itself is taking a long time. So I'm not sure if these are the adult versions of those bugs we were fighting in the other Federation Klingon storylines. It's taken a lot of damage. And there I go. Do I have... Let's see if that will come calling back. Oh, one of them. Where is he? Where is he? Wait, he's behind the door. Oh. What am I doing upstairs? Back down. Oh, way upstairs. Can't jump. It's taking way too. Whoa, what's that?
Enemy combatant in close proximity.
Oh no, what was that? Something else just attacked. No.
Bad news. The hangar security shield is on the verge of collapse. If it drops, you'll get pulled out into space, so let's make sure that doesn't happen. You need to stabilize the power relays and recalibrate the shields. There are consoles near your position you can use to do this.
Acknowledged, Captain. Yep, they're above me. Okay. Gotta remember to stop running. Oh! Did not expect that.
Enemy targets on center.
Oh, they go to both of them. Okay. Normally get a second wave between consoles.
Nice work, but it's not over yet. The Herc have moved into the ore processing area above your position. There's a lot of unstable uridium ore in there. If they damage it, it could ignite and set off a chain reaction that could destroy the pylon. You'll need to make your way up there to secure the area and restart the safety systems there.
Understood. Hang on, where's... Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay, there's nothing.
Looks like the access system in this section was reset. You'll need to rotate the central column and extend the bridges in order to reach the next section.
Very well. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Nope. Okay. Take pillar down. Hang on, rotate pillar up. Ah, I have to go up the stairs again. Okay. What's this do? Oh, extends walkway. What walkway was extended? What did I miss? Didn't he say go up? Retract walkways. Oh, I missed something here. Up there. That's the only way up. Got to go down. There's something either above me or below me. Be above me, but I can't get up. Can't go any further up. Let's see if there's nothing here. Nothing here. I've got to go up. Makes sense. Nothing here. Down and around. Nothing here. The only possible place to go is up, but even that's a dead end. Dead end. So they're the walk. Ah, wait a minute. I get it. I think. I couldn't. Pillar. I can't extend the walkways. Use that object. So I rotate this. Extend the walkways. Those. Good. There's no way up there. Only back down. So I have to get up there. Walkways. That goes down. No console below me, so it's got to be up there. But how do I get up there? I'm going to pause the video because I am stumped and I don't want this to go over like an extended period of time. So I'm just going to pause the video for a second. I just did the exact same thing where it said I couldn't do it. I now can. I have no idea what went wrong there, why I couldn't do it before. Okay, So I have to keep heading up. Oop. Keep forgetting that those bugs are there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is anyone gonna help me? Yes, okay.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Oh, not the target. Okay, so this should open here. Okay, listen. Could have sworn that before.
Okay, you're almost in the clear. The safety systems for the area are currently offline. You'll need to restore power to that section and reinitialize the safety systems to get everything back online.
Acknowledged. Must be the other. Okay. This video's been going
All
for
right,
over an hour.
the safety systems are reinitializing. They should be up and running in a few minutes. Nice work. Hold on. I'm picking up multiple Herc life signs in your area. They're converging on your position. I need you to defend that section from the Herc until the system comes online again. If they get in before that happens, they could knock it offline again, or worse.
Understood.
Flanking damage detected.
Why can't I fire on them? These things are deadly.
Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
What is going on?
Enemy command. In close proximity. Personal shield losing power.
What's he being? What the hell's going on? Is he stuck in behind the turret? I don't know what. Back the other way. Am I down the bottom again? What the hell? How the hell did I end up back down there? Oh, this is ridiculous. I somehow ended up here with the first save, and when I've activated the respawn point, I somehow ended up back at the beginning. So this should open the walkway down here now. Up the stairs. Close the walkway. Rotate. Activate the walkway. And let's go finish these guys off.
Personal shield losing power.
Okay. I think I've defeated the last of them. Oh, item to pick up. Oh no, there's some bugs left. Okay, return to the ship. Come on, pop up. Very good. Beam out. Alrighty. This mission is way too long for a video.
The Herc are attacking the station and several civilian vessels in the system. I've sent ships to assist them, but I'm concerned our forces are spread too thin. I'd like you to work with those ships to protect the civilians while the rest of us defend the station. First Dukan Rex will accompany you as a combat escort.
As you command, Founder.
Starfleet vessels, this is Quinn. Protect civilian targets.
This thing's got a good turn rate. Good turn speed going with it. Where are they? They're all over there now. That's what I hate about the red dots staying after they get destroyed. They, you're not sure where the next ship will attack is. I've got no I was so focused on getting someone on the actual consoles, I wasn't focused on what their abilities were.
Oh, that was close. Thank you. Thank you so much.
They're closer. going to go slowly. I'm not going to speed up because... Oh wait, there's another one. I thought they were... Oh, but when they thanked me, they were all dead. Okay. Oh, did I just recall the ships?
Plotting the course for Beta Z. May the prophets guide you.
Why are they going to Beta Z? The system. I think that's it.
Nice work. But I'm afraid there's bad news. We're picking up Herc vessels and they're heading our way. The station's weapon systems are offline. We need a few minutes to get them up and running. Until then, we're a sitting duck over here. I've asked every ship in the sector to regroup and prepare for battle. Let's hope it's enough.
Preparing to engage. Let's see if I can get one station that's this one. Awesome. Yep. Okay, so I've got one.
Honor your ancestors. Fight now and destroy the Herc.
Concentrate fire on their capital ships.
Chief, I need those systems online.
These Herc do not know fear. I will teach it to them.
And she dies. I hate the arrogant characters.
Systems online in 60
can
seconds.
Be very arrogant. Even Vulcans can have an arrogant attitude about them. Still not firing on them.
Don't let the frigate swarms get behind you.
Just a few more seconds.
Yeah, we need a minute and a half. This video is going extremely well. If I'd known what the... I should have actually done a playthrough beforehand and then 3 different missions. And then it's 2 separate. So, before I post the video on the second episode, I will actually play it through. And then, if need to, I will...
Defense systems online! Target the Herc and open fire!
Split the 2 videos. Don't know what to do here. That got me attracted. Why am I not firing on anything? Oh, I didn't realise all the red dots up here. I'm focusing so much on the screen. Swarmers. console that has a shield a bit more powerful. Hitting that. Okay. The Dominion ships are actually kind of small, I think. Would there be like larger ones?
That was the last of them. We're not picking up any Herc ships on long-range sensors, for now at least. Hopefully it's clear to the Alliance that the Dominion is prepared to work with them to stop the enemy. Let's hope they're ready to do the right thing. In the meantime, my fleet will do what it can to keep the Herc on our side of the wormhole. Remain vigilant. I will have new orders for you soon. Remember, victory is life.
Victory is life, glory to the flounders. The fish.
Pay close attention, recruit. I will only speak of this once. The severity of the Herc's attacks was surprising, but we should have been prepared. This is not the first time we have been forced to deal with them after all. For the first time, we require allies. We must make it clear to the Alliance that the Herc threat is real. It could destroy us all. You're going to be tested. This will take more than being a good soldier. You'll need to be a diplomat, an ally, even a friend. Am I understood?
I understand, Honored Elder. Part system. Okay, so he just called me a recruit. I think that might be a misscript, because I'm a first. My character is the first, so therefore I'm not a recruit. I'm actually been through all the training. Been a fourth, a third, or second, now a first. Take the wormhole. I'm gonna do that after I finish the episodes. Or if the episodes take us there, I'll go, but I won't actually go. Well, I'm gonna stop.
That was unexpected. But I suspect it will show the Alliance just how real the Herc's threat is to all of us. After today, I'd like to think that letting the Herc destroy the Gamma Quadrant is not a viable option. For most of them, anyway. In the meantime, I have received a request from Kai Kira of Bejor. She's asked to lead a mission to the Ennis system, and I've approved it. She has also asked for your assistance. Provide it. And first, make sure she comes back safely. Consider it your highest priority. Dismissed.
Okay, and let's see. What's this? You don't use cannons. Character bind or pickup.
Congratulations, Honored First.
I need your help with a very sensitive mission. A former Kai, Opaka, was trapped on a prison moon in the Gamma Quadrant in 2369. Alien nanotech in her system prevents her from leaving the moon, but it also sustains her life indefinitely while on the surface. It seems the wardens of the prison were planning on curing and granting amnesty to the prisoners until their planet was decimated by the Herc. Somehow, the Dominion managed to obtain the cure, and they've provided it to us as a peace offering. The moon hasn't been hit by the Herc, but it's only a matter of time. We need to cure Opaka and the others and get them out of there before that happens.
Hopefully nothing's gonna pop up. I'm going to end the video here. Again, I'll do the playthrough for this one first before I do a video. Okay, I will stop the video. Have any comments, please leave them down below. I'm more than happy for criticism. This is I'm new to this. I'm looking for suggestions on making the channel better, suggestions on playthrough, different games you're interested in seeing. I'm happy to try other games. Just leave a comment down below. Just keep it civil in the conversation. Thanks and goodbye.